Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. और आज हमारे साथ है रोशन. He is the founder and co-founder, I think, of the only app in India that rewards Bitcoin. मतलब only shopping app जहाँ पे आप अगर purchasing करते हो, buying करते हो, तो अगर आप कमा सकते हो satoshis, Bitcoin. And I think it's one of its kind. अब तक ये ऐसी app थी नहीं इंडिया में. And so we'll talk about that, and we will also talk about stacks, because Roshan, I know that आप stacks के बारे में बहुत काफी टाइम से बात कर रहे थे, which is a programming layer on Bitcoin. So we'll jump into that also. But let's start. So Roshan, for anyone who has not downloaded, doesn't know about GoSats app, tell what is GoSats app.
Hey, thanks Shiv. बहुत शुक्रिया मुझे शो पर इनवाइट करने के लिए. So in short, GoSats, if you earn free Bitcoin every time you shop on all the best brands in India. So I think if I have to sum it up, that is the best way. हम सब shopping करते हैं. So and I think we've kind of like built a way for us all to accumulate the greatest asset ever in an effortless manner and for free. So that is GoSats.
Yeah. So beautiful thing is that हम लोग shopping करते हो, मतलब spend कर रहे हैं हम लोग fiat, which we like to spend. मतलब हम लोग को बिटकॉइन स्पेंड नहीं करना है, हमको क्रिप्टो स्पेंड नहीं करना, हमको इथेरियम स्पेंड नहीं करना, फिएट स्पेंड करने में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं हमको, है ना. तो फिएट स्पेंड करने के टाइम पे हम लोग सतोशी अर्न करना है. यू वांटेड टू ऐड समथिंग?
करेक्ट नहीं वही तो मतलब फिएट मतलब हम लोग इंडियन रुपीस इंडिया में तो इंडियन रुपीस हम लोग स्पेंड कर रहे हैं, तो हम लोग सतोशी कमा सकते हैं. आई मीन क्रिप्टो पेमेंट्स अभी इंडिया में इट्स अ लिटिल ट्रिकी डाइसी जो हम लोग को वो इंट्रोड्यूस करने के लिए, because from what we've seen is that a lot of officials, they do not like crypto to be used as a payment, as a currency. So fiat works best, INR works best. So I think मतलब INR spend करो, मतलब आपका salary मिलता है हर महीने. If you have so and so plans, you have to इतना तक खर्चा है, तो use GoSats. I mean like खर्चा तो हो रहा है, instead of getting all these points and stuff, GoSats के through से you'll get Bitcoin, and I think it's the best way to just accumulate Bitcoin daily in your lives.
तो कहाँ शॉपिंग हो सकती है? कितने सारे ब्रांड्स? आई थिंक 180 ब्रांड्स आ गए ऑन बोर्ड.
I mean about 120 अभी ऐप के अंदर, but all the major brands like you name it, and हर कोई ब्रांड है, मतलब it's all the like a lot of areas are covered: groceries, fashion, electronics, so basically everything that you need. और लेकिन अभी हम तो अभी जो ब्रांड्स है ना, ये हम लोग को टाइप करना पड़ता है ये सब ब्रांड्स को ऐप में लाने के लिए. But once we have the GoSats card, the Bitcoin rewards card, तो वहाँ पे you can spend the card across anywhere. मतलब आपका local किराना स्टोर है, ग्रोसरी शॉप है जहाँ पे आप डेली परचेजिंग करते हो, तो वहाँ पे कार्ड स्वाइप अगर वो लोग कार्ड एक्सेप्ट करें, तो वहाँ पे कार्ड स्वाइप करके you can start earning crypto on like every single swipe. So that is still in development. We are still finalizing some deals. So once वो सब हो जाएगा, then the card should be kind of like ready to be launched as well.
Yeah, the card will be, I mean that will be boom. Like if you have card, मतलब आप कहीं पे भी spend करो, it's just like Visa card and Master card, आप swipe करो और on सतोशी करो. Because फिलहाल मैं जब भी apps में जाता हूँ तो mostly it's more of a vouchers. For example, मैं Amazon voucher buy कर सकता हूँ, which starts at 1,500 rupees, 2,000 rupees, and then वो voucher मैं Amazon पे use कर सकता हूँ या Flipkart. डायरेक्ट एप्स अभी भी थोड़ी कम है. फॉर एग्जांपल आई थिंक डोमिनोज पिज्जा, लेट मी सी. सो या मोस्ट ऑफ देम आर वाउचर्स, आई वुड से, राइट?
हाँ ऑफ कोर्स. आई मीन लाइक बिकॉज़ हम लोग भी देखे कि यूजर्स को ज्यादा वाउचर्स पसंद है. डायरेक्ट शॉपिंग में क्या है ना कि बहुत लोग कंप्लेन भी करते हैं, यार 45-60 डेज लगता है कैशबैक क्रेडिट होने के. बट दिस इज समथिंग दैट जो हमारे कंट्रोल में है नहीं. दिस इज हाउ द ब्रांड्स काइंड ऑफ लाइक नोटिफाई अस. और मतलब अगर हम लोग चाहे तो अगर हम लोग को पता चले कि कोई ऑर्डर कैंसिल नहीं हो सकता, so we can credit this as immediately. लेकिन brands will notify us only after that much of time that this order is confirmed, the user hasn't cancelled and all that. So vouchers में तो बहुत easy है, because यहाँ पे refund policy नहीं है. एक बार voucher खरीद लोगे तो there's no return for it. तो हम लोग SaaS immediately guarantee कर सकते हैं. So and people have and most of our traffic, or like most of our users are choosing vouchers over thing, and it's really simple. मतलब एक बार voucher खरीद ली भी है, GoSats app, you can even redeem it like very simple. It will take you to the app, the website. So it's pretty seamless.
It's the best idea. The only thing is that the vouchers for some of the brands starts मतलब 1000 के ऊपर है, मतलब डोमिनोज का चलो 250 है, बट अमेजोन का कुछ फ्लिपकार्ट ऊपर है, तो वो एक चक्कर है। बट कोई बात नहीं, एनीवे आपका कार्ड आ रहा है तो कार्ड बहुत इजी हो जाएगा शॉपिंग करने के लिए। कार्ड एनी डेट, टेंटेटिव डेट बता सकते हो कुछ?
हाँ, so somewhere around like towards like Diwali का तो मतलब a lot of banks and fintech people are kind of like taken it off for Diwali, which is kind of like delayed things. So it's like a week off for most of the people that we're working with. And हाँ, तो मतलब I would say somewhere around like November to December first week, right? It's we're going to open it up. तो जब actual registration start हो जाएगा, then we'll be issuing a virtual card first, and after that, after a few weeks, we will ship the physical card to your address.
So maybe next 3 months लोग कार्ड के लिए अप्लाई कर सकते हैं इंडिया में।
3 months क्या?
नेक्स्ट 3 months
नहीं, वो तो अभी अप्लाई कर देंगे, मतलब अभी 25 दिन में शायद एप्लीकेशन स्टार्ट हो जाएगा।
Okay, great. And funding भी recently GoSats ने funding भी raise किया है, so which is very first funding था, right?
हाँ, it's the first round, yeah.
मैं लोगों को 2 चीजें बताना चाहूंगा फंडिंग के बारे में। एक तो आई थिंक डेफिनेटली फंडिंग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है कंपनी को ग्रो करने के लिए, बट दूसरा चीज ये भी होता है कि आपको एक रिकग्निशन मिलता है या फिर वो वैलिडेशन मिलता है कि यस भाई, you are a product, you are a service that long term है भाई। I have no clue how this VC works, so tell me कैसे होता है, मतलब फंडिंग मिलती है तो सीधा दूसरे मॉर्निंग में सुबह उठते हैं और आपका कंपनी का बैंक अकाउंट क्रेडिट हो जाता है या उतने फंड से, कैसे होता है?
नहीं मतलब it takes a long process, मतलब हम लोग जो मीडिया में पब्लिश होता है वो बस एक छोटा सा ये it's just a small stamp. In fact, it takes a lot of different things. और हाँ, मतलब in a way, yeah. I mean, once you kind of like sign all the agreements and all that, then you kind of like on board.
But you were expecting this, right? You knew this from the day one.
Knew what?
You knew that this idea will be accepted, because for me personally, this is more than the funding. See, I'm happy for 2 reasons. The first, that ये idea को this will spread more because you have more capital to spend and to reach out to more people. और दूसरा चीज is also validation. So like I know you for like 2 years now. So when you started, the idea was really small and you were like working on it. So मेरा question ये था कि that you had envisioned something like this, that this is my plan and this is going according to the plan.
Yeah, but I think, I mean, yeah, so one of the challenges जो हम लोग face किए थे शुरू में, it was a new concept, right? मतलब everybody were very much familiar with crypto exchanges and these blockchain protocols and all the other stuff. So like I was confident something like this is definitely needed for the market that we are in, the Indian market. But I think it was all about convincing other people that something like this can actually work. And I think hats off to all our users as well. हम लोग भी पहले जब लास्ट ईयर हम लोग आइडिया फ्लोट किए थे, तो हम लोग को पहले दिन में कुछ 500 साइनअप्स मिल गए कि हाँ, like we want something like this. So that was good validation in the beginning. कि हाँ, मतलब more than VC validation, I'd say like user validation is very important, right? Because users wanted to like हाँ, ये product हम लोग को launch करो. Then I think after that we set up a team and all that. फिर शायद 3 या 4 महीने के अंदर we launched a beta, very early stage beta. बहुत सारे bugs सब थे उसमें. And but then yeah, people started wanting it, they started using the platform, and then in February this year is when we actually rolled out a proper public launch. And yeah, like once the product is out, I mean, we're still iterating. अभी भी बहुत सारे issues there that we still have to fix and all that, and we're still trying to make the product a lot better every day. But yeah, in this course of time, we started seeing the product kind of like the growth happening, a lot of people coming on, and then that gave us a lot of validation that yeah, India needs something like this. Or tab jaake we were like, how can we make it even more simple? And that's when the idea of the card as well kind of like popped into our head. Ki, yeah, this will be a great addition for the GoSats product.
So in terms of users, like frequency kya hai apps ki, in terms of like, what do you call that? Average user, what is that number that we say?
Active users.
Yeah.
Active.
Yeah, something like that. Every app, that's how we count for an app. So like कि अभी क्या users की frequency है, and how आपने कुछ growth देखा है in terms of users, in terms of signups, and कितना frequently वो लोग use कर रहे हैं GoSats?
Yeah, I mean, we have a great. I mean, I'd say like about like, so we have a 50 to 60% retention rate. जो भी हमारे user base है, they frequently coming in every month and using the app. So I mean, we've also posted that we've crossed over 17,000. शायद अभी 18,000 users है अभी. ठीक है. So yeah, I mean, and most of them, some of the users also like come in for the card. They register for the card and they're in the wait list for the card as well. But yeah, I mean, it's a great thing. I mean, like we haven't started bumping up a lot of efforts. We want to start scaling really well once jab card haath mein aa jayega, because that's still something that we have to test. You know, once we figure out all this, it's very early stages for us and the team and the company and all that. So एक बार वो सब हम लोग tweaks वो सब fix कर दे, then we start scaling the product to other parts in India.
So thinking about scaling now you have funds. Now how do you plan to use this funds, and what is the current team size for GoSats, or क्या plan है आपको fund, you know, in terms of how you will use the fund and how you will grow up?
मतलब the primary one is like kind of like so the team is about like we are like 8. I'm not expand कर रहे, we are like 8 right now. ठीक है. So funding like we want to start integrating Lightning, right? And yeah, and start focusing on getting the word out, building the brand, building, and yeah, start spending on marketing as well. I think that's something that we definitely have to kind of very keen on right now. So yeah, and start scaling and build the technology well. We are a tech company, and I think we need the best people that we can to work with us.
Yeah, you saw कि Indian exchanges, मतलब they are just going into Bollywood, doing brand partnership. Ranveer Singh आ गए, Amitabh Bachchan जी आ गए. Do you have such plans or what?
Not right now. I mean, like it's too. I mean, funding amount. I mean, they are very substantial funding amount.
Yeah.
And all that. I mean, see, I think it's very important for us to crack what is important at the very early stage, right? Yeah. And all those things. I mean, see, it's a great thing to kind of like, because these are like really great influencers and they attract a lot of public. And one thing that I would want to kind of emphasize is on the message that is given in these advertisements, right? So, and when GoSats ever does an advertisement, it'll be more about the value addition of the product, right? So it's not about, you know, like just whatever it is there, come buy and spend money. No, it's all about like, I think it's very important for us to educate the crowd why crypto is so important. I don't think, I mean, with all due respect to all the platforms, you know, they've been able to spend a lot of money and get the word of crypto out, which is a great thing. A lot of masses coming into it, but I don't think anybody has really cracked the value addition concept. You know, I mean, I understand it's only 15 seconds that you can run the ad, 15 to 20 seconds. But I think it's very important to put up a good message in that. And yeah.
No, I agree with you. In terms of education, I don't think all of these brands have done something major, like in terms of educating people and really getting to know them what Bitcoin is and how blockchain works and things like that. ये ज़्यादा करके it's more of a user on board and no advertisement. So education, you're left on your own. खुद की आप research करो, खुद educate हो जाओ. But I think your focus is more on, and I think also just एक बार cards launch हो गए, and then probably you'll be actively into you know.
I mean, see, it's all about like even with us as well, no? Like लोग क्यों stack करेंगे Bitcoin? लोग क्यों चाहिए? मतलब अपना दूसरा credit card सब छोड़ के, why would you come over this, right? I think, I mean, it's easy for us to say like, अरे Bitcoin मिलेगा, आ जाओ. लेकिन क्यों आए भाई? Bitcoin में क्या है? Right, that is the question. We have to answer, why is Bitcoin important? Just come over, I'll give you free Bitcoin, is not going to work, you know. You might get a lot of signups, but are you really going to actually affect someone's life in a positive way? So that's very important. And I think one, like I don't know when we might do a mainstream ad, but whenever we would do that, that will be one of the major things that I think we would emphasize on.
Yeah, Roshan, another thing that I want to share, which is my personal experience, कि ये सब habit की बात है. You know, for example, even though I have GoSats app, like I have to make a conscious decision कि मुझे GoSats से, you know, जाना है. My first, my first thing is go open Amazon, you know. So I think that's the habit. So, and that takes.
That's where the card comes in. That's where the card comes in, right? I mean, we've understood this feedback a lot from our users, right? But I think some users also kind of like shifting the habit. Like by default, they open GoSats for any shopping. So I think I mean it's all about the habit, the shift that is required. But that's where we are focusing on card. Even on UPI plans down the line, right? So I think I mean like with the card, you can pair your card on Amazon anywhere, right? And you just shop directly, and the card will automatically give you sats back. I think that'll be a really great addition.
Exactly. Right. So I want to switch a gear a little bit. I want to go to stacks. But before that, guys, अगर आपके पास GoSats app नहीं है, तो please download करो. And you'll be surprised. आप watches buy करोगे और सतोशी आपके सीधे wallet में credit हो जाएगा. और ये सतोशी फिलहाल कुछ भी नहीं है. पर आपको पता है कि बिटकॉइन की प्राइस बढ़ रही है और सतोशीज की वैल्यू बढ़ेगी. हम लोग एक्चुअली ना मोस्टली यही होता है कि ये सतोशीज तो मिलेगा, बट वो सतोशीज बहुत ज्यादा होने वाले आगे जाके उसकी वैल्यूएशन. तो आई थिंक वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. So Roshan, now I know that you've been following Stacks for a long time, and Stacks जो है वो programming layer है on Bitcoin. And recently, did you see कि इन्होंने क्या किया? They have recently launched NFTs and Bitcoin birds. So first ये बताइए कि what is Stacks? Stacks क्या है basically?
Yeah, so Stacks is a separate blockchain that enables smart contracts on Bitcoin. Right. Today, one of the major things is that like people look at like Bitcoin as this store of value and all that, right? But if you want to add technological implications, like if you want to create the future of finance and all these different applications on literally the strongest blockchain, the most secure blockchain, right? So that's what Stacks enables. You program smart contracts on Stacks, and those gets executed on Bitcoin, and that's why now we have DeFi. We have NFTs, basically, which you see running in a lot of other blockchains like Ethereum and Solana. So Stacks is trying to bring all these functionalities to Bitcoin. And मुझे क्या अच्छा लगता है उसमें कि so the programming language that Stacks uses, it's called Clarity. Like Ethereum uses Solidity, which most of your viewers also would be knowing about. So Clarity, the way Clarity is different from Solidity is that Clarity is it's a non-Turing complete language, right? So it's so you can only put like a set of instructions, and those will get executed, and you'll be able to predict like what the outcome is. With the Turing complete, you will not be able to predict that, and that's why there's so much of gas fees and all that's involved. So Stacks creates and I honestly think like let's say if you look at like future, a lot of insurance applications or heavy fintech application like banks, if they have to be built on a blockchain, right? They'd want something that is very much, they cannot have a gas leakage. They cannot have a like whatever, like those the smart contracts that don't get executed. So I think Stacks provides this way where even before the contract runs, you can actually know what the output is going to be. And that is very important for running like really heavy fintech applications. And that combined with Bitcoin, I think I think it's something that really, really huge.
Absolutely, yeah. Because Bitcoin otherwise is just a store of value आपके wallet में पड़ा हुआ है. But now Stacks built on Bitcoin network, उसकी utility बढ़ जाती है Bitcoin network की. And इसीलिए हम लोग ने अभी recently NFTs देखा है.
I think Stacks has a brilliant team. I think if somebody can actually crack smart contracts on Bitcoin, it is a Stacks team. I think they are the only ones that are equipped to crack it.
No, absolutely. Hats off to them. I was listening to Muneeb and Jamil, and I was blown away with their conversation. The kind of idea that they have, man. I mean, you know, they are Bitcoin proponent, but they were actually talking about in terms of how Ethereum can be more secured, and you know, and how future is interoperable. So it's not just one thing. So I mean, they as a team, Stacks as a team, they also believe that the future is, you know, multi something like that. So I love that. All right, Roshan, thank you so much for your time once again, and wishing you all the best for GoSats. Right, and I hope that we receive our cards. I think it just so crypto, everything goes viral, right? So once people start receiving cards, starts flashing on Twitter, and then boom, everybody has a card. So that
let's not jinx it. Let's not jinx it. But yeah, I mean, everything with the country where the regulations are really clear.
You'll have a lot of work to do there.
Yeah, it's only going to keep piling up.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Thank you so much, Roshan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.